We need to have a tenant scrutiny panel to look at our procedures and our policies, and we want the tenants very much involved in that.
A scrutiny panel is something I believe the government wanted housing associations to do, with a view that tenancy will be scrutinising the value for money and the procedures that are done by the housing association they live in.
Broadland Meridian have worked out a training programme for the tenant scrutiny panel, and they've started doing this, and they've been just so enthusiastic.
The training that you get can be used in all other aspects. And if you get involved in meetings, then you gradually, if you're a bit unsure of yourself, then once you get involved, then your self-confidence goes up in leaps and bounds.
Reminiscence is something that I get really excited about. People think that reminiscence is aimed at people who may have Alzheimer's, memory problems, that sort of thing. But that really is only a very small part of what reminiscence is. And one of the things that we've found with delivering reminiscence, it hasn't necessarily ended after us doing that. People have continued to stay in touch, and they still get together. And that really is, what we want to see.
Reminiscence can be anything you like, effectively, anything that triggers a memory. So we've done World War II, we've done fashion, shopping. Today we're doing the seaside. You bring items in which are actually going to trigger memories for people, and then you work from there with, visual, audio. You can do anything that will actually trigger a memory for somebody.
When you get somebody that's lived at the same time as you have and done the same as you have, one of us will start up saying something, or I did this years ago when I was young. It'll start the next one up with you, 2 or 3 of you.
Reminiscing is the finest thing out, because it brings other people out as well, reminiscing all various, things. From the year dot to now I'm 86. Somebody says something and you say, oh, I remember doing that at Blackpool or whenever it was.
Being with people and being able to share things, having a bit of banter and acting a bit silly at times, but we all seem to enjoy it, and we seem to enjoy other people's company.
I've worked in therapeutic gardening before, and know, it's incredibly good for people. Just being in nature is good for people, but nurturing and growing stuff is ideal, really. It's fantastic therapy.
The course itself is quite broad-based. The process itself is mainly practical stuff, with what they do in the gardens, how they actually do to do with planting, plant identification and plant maintenance. And they're assessed partially by what they do practically and by doing not massive written work, but some written assignments as well. The relationship between Eastern College and Broadland Meridian is that we provide a service, we provide training, and we provide the assessment process, which is essential for the development of a person's portfolio. So it's the same qualification as you would get if you're a plumber, electrician, that sort of qualification, but it's just in gardening and horticulture.
Nick has worked in horticulture before, and he's already got I think a level 1 qualification, which he did many years ago, and he's got a lot of experience in horticulture. He's been out of work for a couple of years, I believe. And John also has done gardening as employment previously. Was a groundsman, and if I remember rightly, I think it was Bowling Greens. So he's got a lot of experience as well, and is working back towards getting employed again.
They can sort of sit with you, and they've got loads of places to sit down and talk to you and sort of put you in different ways with different plants. They tell you the plants, and you can sort of recognise them. Once you've done more than one, you can recognise what they're for.
It gets very frustrating because I've worked in horticulture since I left school, and I've got that confidence that I need and I feel that I could give it to somebody, you know, because I've got the knowledge there. I'd like to get back into perhaps amenity horticulture or a commercial work placement somewhere, but we'll see how it goes.
It's wonderful when you get someone into employment. It's wonderful when you get someone into voluntary work or a work placement. But if they haven't done it for a couple of years, I mean, it's just people are happy, they smile, and it makes the job much better. Yeah, I love it.
What I've mainly been involved with is supporting students with IT courses. In the past it's been accredited courses, anything under the sun that they want to learn, whether it's spreadsheets, databases, Word, how to make a poster, can be anything they're interested in, we will help them with that. We've had quite a few people that have gone to college and taken up more advanced courses as well, which they would never have done in the early days.
They're worried that they're going to break the computer, so it's just reinforcing that whatever they do, they're not going to do any harm. And then it's just getting them used to using a mouse, then getting them onto the keyboard and getting them used to typing and finding out where the keys are.
Using a computer was a nightmare at first, so it was a case of sitting at the computer and having a go, basically.
They wanted people to volunteer for computers lessons, so I jumped at the chance. And when I went, I didn't know even how to switch it on. I was terrified of it in case I broke it. But I wouldn't be without it now, because at night, you see, I'm typing away. Lovely, and enjoying it.
I thought I was going to feel a little bit, silly old woman, can't do this, because I just felt so clumsy, pressing all the wrong things. But they're so patient and kind, and, each person has sort of shown how to do what they want to do, not just like, oh, you all do the same. But us three all do different things, and they give you individual attention to help with that. It's really good.
What I've got out of it is fulfilment of, achieving something.
I've worked with somebody and they've gone into employment who thought that they would never return to employment again, and they were working part-time and they absolutely love it. So it's been some really positive outcomes. It's great.
It purely shows that with the right resources, with everybody working together and with encouragement, you can actually achieve great things.
We did the presentation of the parenting and tenanting course, and it was fantastic, and the response was incredible, and people brought their families, and it was just a complete revelation really how people were when they first came here and how they were at the end. The confidence they'd actually gained was incredible.
When you think of the tenants that you have seen and the enjoyment that they've had, the excitement, but also the achievement that they've, the things that they've managed to achieve, that's phenomenal. If we can help people to improve their daily lives, to improve their life opportunities, I think, the people who've used the service feel good, we can feel good about it, and, we know that we're doing something right.